Hello everybody, my name is Flashlight Antics and welcome to Robocraft. This is a free-to-play game on Steam, and I don't know how long it's been out, but it's a game that looks really fun when you look at it, and it's really kind of one of those games that anything you want to make of it, you can make of it. And you can make pretty much anything your heart desires, with hovering tanks, flying machines, robots, mechs, that sort of thing. But, so you make these things and you get into these, team death matches or go up against AI bots. And you face off against these guys, and with these robots and tanks that you've created. And the creation is kind of reminds me of Chicken. CNKN. The creative the way that you create the beasts and the creatures in Chicken is kind of the same way that you go around and create your robots or tanks in this. So let's get into edit your robot. I'll show you what I mean by that. So you can see that you have all these different parts that you can use. These are just structural parts. And then you have your movement parts, so it can be a big giant tank, gives you a lot of health and that sort of thing. Smaller tank treads, so you can have multiple different tank treads so you can move about. Or you could have a hover blade, which I think we might have to go with a hover tank or something like that. That sounds fun. So, and up here in the top left corner it shows you that's how many you have. They have uncommons, rares. I'm sure they have other rarities and stuff like that. I haven't gotten them. I literally just started playing this today. But this one here is the one that they gave me. It was rare for just playing the game. So I got in and I started playing the game, and they give you a daily chest. I think the one that I opened was called a Rusty chest, so I'm sure there are other bigger, better, brighter ones that you can actually pay for. But you can really play this game to its full limits by just coming in and playing for 5 minutes a day. And again, it's free. And that the little bit that I've actually gotten in and messed around with, it's so worth it to just download it and play it, because it looks like it could be such a fun game. And they give you a lot of incentives to actually play it. And pay for the chests and stuff. It's the same thing as loot chests for Overwatch. So this kind of game has a lot of potential, and I want to get in and actually see how much potential it can be. So let's actually make ourselves a little tank thing here. So you have to have something to start off of. So you build up in the air. And the controls are really simple, really intuitive. It's just a WASD to move around in this space. And space makes you go up. I don't know. Okay, yeah, and control makes you go down. So you can control yourself pretty well that way. And kind of just get in and make whatever it is you want to make. So I think what we're going to aim for today is a hover tank. I've got a couple of ideas for hover tanks and what we could actually make. So let's just see if we can make it real. I'm going to be cutting in and out for the remainder of the creation phase, because that's really... This is half of the game. Getting in and creating your tank or your robot, they call it. But the rest of the game is actually using your robot in fighting and getting in and doing those matches. And that's going to be where the true test is. Is it going to be intuitive enough that anything you make can be viable in one of these games? So let's just see here. Okay, can you kind of see where I'm going with this? Can you see how it's going to look from under here? Yeah. So so far that's the center of the tank. But I'm not sure if I want this to be the center with like more engines on the side. Did you know I really gotta give it to him here for a free game and what this is and what this can be. The controls that they have for it are really actually quite easy to use. So it's not a bad game, again, for what it is. And as these sorts of games go, these like create and play games, I think that they could be amazing because it's that same concept as like Little Big Planet. It's the same kind of concept as Little Big Planet in that you can get in and make the game yours. You can make it whatever it is you want to make it. And that has a lot of appeal to me. Even though I've never played Little Big Planet, because I've never actually owned a PS. But that would be one of the games that I would have gotten if I had a PS. And it's really just the idea of making your own game and then playing it. That's cool. That's every gamer's base dream. Now, one thing I should mention is that as you build, you'll notice a couple of different numbers. One of them is that number that's right next to on your gun, the little gun thing. You see that that's how many of that particular part you have left. Whereas the number at the bottom left corner, it says Robo CPU, and it's 154 right now. That number is how much you have left, or how much you've used in parts. So the part limit is 510, and depending on the part, it will use a different number. So I know that like these structural parts, they only use one apiece. But like some weapons will take up more than that. Some movement parts will take up more than that. Like for instance, this one here, yeah, that takes up 10. Each one of these little hover things takes up 10. So you end up getting, you can end up spending a lot of stuff on just like movement, but sometimes it's about balance. It's, do you want it to be fast? Do you want it to have a lot of movement capabilities? Do you want it to have lots of guns, lots of weapons? Or do you want it to look cool? And I'm kind of going for a little bit of everything because, you know, why not? Okay, let's start adding a few guns here. Okay, so you can kind of see the idea I'm going for here. Like a battleship sort of thing. It's looking pretty cool. I'm kind of liking it. Kind of digging it. Okay, so this is the testing area. As you can see, we've got our little ship going on in here. It's not painted yet, but this is kind of to give an idea of how things work. Okay, yeah, see, so there's a reload time on each of these guns before it can be used. So that's the benefit to using 4 of them in comparison to 2, or 2 in comparison to 4. Whereas having 4 of these pulse cannons means that I can basically just fire them non-stop because the reload time is so quick on each one that it switches between the 4. If I switch over to my lasers, each one is firing so independently that it's just a matter of holding down the trigger and each one's going to be able to shoot. So the more lasers you got, up to 8, I think the maximum is, the better. And this is pretty intuitive. It's pretty simple. It's kind of just like a sort of a third-person shooter game. Kind of a lot of the same principles. And having a hover craft actually makes this pretty pretty simple. Although the stopping time is pretty slow. So like I'm holding forward right now and I'm going to let go forward now. And now I stop. So hovercrafts do have that particular thing going for them. I'm still going. So they're a little bit harder to control, I imagine. Although not incredibly. I mean, you still kind of maintain your momentum in a certain direction, but it can work to your advantage in these kinds of games to have that sort of thing going on for you. So for this kind of character, I'm sure, this kind of robot, I'm sure that the big thing for him is going to be keep moving. Let's go back and finish up our robot, kind of make a few minor adjustments. Okay, so I added 2 more rail guns, both on the top, and 2 more of the laser guns. So total laser gun count is 7, which is 1 below the maximum. Total railgun count is 4, so that we can kind of have a constant fire of those. And then the pulse ones seem to work fine with 4, so I kept it at 4. Pretty much everything else, like I can't add any more of those jets, I don't have any more. So 6 is where I'm going to be sitting for those. And the hoverboard, the little hover things, I still only have the 4. You can see under here. Still only have the central 4 that I had from the beginning. So it's like, well, I don't know how much those actually add to my mobility. So the 4 seem to work pretty well. I don't know. I think 4 will pretty much do it. I don't know. I think we're good with 4. Let's just stick with 4 and see how that does us. For now, let's go in and paint. So we've got the 2 guns down at the very bottom. This one is the crafting gun. It puts the parts onto your craft. And then 2 changes it to the paint gun. So it's only giving us access to 4 different color slots right now. Everything else is locked, which I imagine you got to pay for that, which is fine. But I do think, yeah, buy premium colors, select a color, that sort of thing. Okay, so yeah, all of this other stuff, it's all premium colors. So you can't actually use those colors. You have to buy the premium subscription sort of thing. Or purchase them, rather, in order to use them. Which is like, whatever. Well, we'll deal with the... Oh, I don't want that to be blue. That to be blue. Okay. So, let's make the guns orange. It's bright and noticeable. Kind of like it. Can't make them pink, so, you know, orange is the next best thing. And I painted that blue because it kind of looks, that's kind of where I want, like, the cockpit thing to be. So that's supposed to be like glass. So let's kind of just, let's paint, like, the board here, like this grayish color. I like how it has, like, a metallic sheen to it. That gives it a nice touch. There we go. I might as well paint those. It's going to drive some people nuts if I don't actually paint this, so there we go. And we'll paint all these engines that gray too, just to kind of keep things simple. Okay, so now we've got like a gray stripe across the top. The board is actual like deck area is going to be that gray, and then everything else under it will be white, and then we've got all the bright orange guns sitting all over this thing. So let's give it a proper test drive with its new loadout, and then we'll go in and actually test it out on some bots and see what the combat is like in this game. So the fire rate is actually a little bit better with 4 railguns. because each of these are like parts, it's all just like bricks on the little thing. I wonder if they're going to have like a damage system where you can like break parts off of your ship. That would be pretty interesting. So there we go. That's our little guy. It's not quite so little, but he does have a ridiculous amount of guns on him. It's our gunboat. Our hover gunboat. So it's a little phallic, but that's totally not intentional. But I mean, we'll go with it. All right. Let's get in and play. Let's do a death match against AI bots. And actually see what we can do against these guys.
This is Team Deathmatch. Kill the enemy team to win. The first team to reach the target total wins.
Okay. So pretty big map, which I'm sure is intentional. There are probably a lot of things. Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, I'm getting messed up. Oh, that hurt him. Got him. Reach level 2! How about these plasma guns? How do these plasma guns do? Let's see here. This guy over here. Oh, okay, he's shooting plasma guns at me too. Oh, that hurts him bad. Yeah! Get him! Oh god, another one! Oh, this guy's back for more. Come here, you. Oh, I'm gonna die. Let's switch to our guns, our laser guns. Man. This guy's getting wrecked. It's kind of hard to aim. Oh, whoa, he shoots. Ooh, ow. Ow. Okay. Switch tactics. Okay. Maybe I should boost up. Oh, yeah, I do have parts breaking off of me. Okay, cool. And then I regenerate them. That's nifty. This is like their spawn area. I probably shouldn't be messing around in this area. This guy's only got like one leg. What are you doing? Hey, he's got no legs anymore. Get him, press the advantage. Oh, he's regenerating his legs. Got him. Oh, okay, they are messing me up. 32% health. Oh god! Oh, I'm dead! The race car got me. Oh, that's pretty cool. This is actually pretty cool. I kind of like this. For a free game, this is pretty awesome. This game kind of reminds me a bit of like a Lego Blocks World of Tanks. Only instead of just using whatever tank you have, or whatever tank they decide to give you. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, I gotta limp myself away. Oh god! Oh, I'm almost dead. Okay, I'm good. Let's try that again. This is actually a pretty fun game. Like, I have to say that this is probably the most fun that I've had out of a free game on the PC in a very long time. And like, there's so much to this game too. If you wanted to pay for it, if you wanted to pay for stuff and make it like a game that you pay for, it seems to me like you could really make it worth those payments. Oh, I got wrecked. So like, for what it is, you can pay money for it, and it seems to me that because of the quality of the game, even though it's a free to download, free to play game, you could get your money's worth. And I mean, a lot of people like disregard free games for being like way too, ooh, owie, for being like, oh, I have to pay for a game, I don't want to have to pay for this game. And we get into that whole mindset of the iPad free to play sort of game. And I mean, this game seems like it would be pretty fun, kind of playing deathmatch against some people online. But if you're not paying for it, going up against like those people that are would suck, because they've got such better parts and stuff that's going to be so much better than what you could ever get. And oh, team victory, cool, we won. Not that that was ever a doubt. I mean, although I did, oh, I got like a 2-to-1 KDR. That's not bad. Kill death ratio. But for what this game is, it's really an entertaining game. And you know what? What I might have to do is like make my own sort of guy. Kind of let a few days go by and get, oh yeah, see, like victory. So I got a silver salvage crate. Let's see what I got inside of it. Okay. So this is like a shielding part, but it looks like it goes, I don't know. It attaches on and it curves up, so it's kind of like a samurai thing. And then these ones, I can buy premium to get them, but these are the ones that I got. So you can do the unlock premium, and you can actually pay for the game, which, you know what? At some future point, I might. Because it is that fun of a game. I haven't played it very much. What you've seen is about the extent of what I've played. So it seems like it could be a game that could really be fun, really be entertaining. So, and then we level up. So we get, so yeah, our max points goes up to 520 instead of 510. So you can see, now I can make somebody that's 520. I could probably add on a couple more guns if I wanted to. But you can see how competitively this game can get ridiculous against the higher level people. But it still seems like it so the balancing issues are there. It might have some problems with balancing for online play. But again, it's free. So for me, the amount of fun that you get out of it compared to how much you have to pay is, it's not comparable. It's through the roof, and it's so much fun. I had fun creating this thing. I mean, look at it. It looks menacing. It's this killer boat hovercraft thing. It looks like it should be in the ocean, but it flies over land, and there's so many more things you can do. You can make a robot. You can make actual tanks. You saw a race car that killed me a couple times. So yeah, that's what this game is all about, and I really like it. That's Robocraft. I'm going to leave this video off here. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button for me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Antics out. That's good. Okay, so let's Big multi cheeks.